Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. This is a momentous occasion for me. It's my first YouTube tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about hyperlapses. Let's get into it. Let's go! Okay, so we're going to go all the way to Kalk Bay in Cape Town, South Africa to shoot our time-lapse. I did this time-lapse with my friend Junaid. He videoed for me as I took photos down the pier there. Let's go there, and Daniel in Kalk Bay will explain to you. So let's go right now. What's up? So we're actually doing a hyperlapse, and what I'm doing is I am taking a photo every time I take two steps. That's between these two lines here. So this line and this next line. So I'll take 2 steps, I'll be on this next line over here, I'll take a photo, I'll move on. And I also make sure that I put the crosshairs, come check this out here. So if you check the grid there, I'll show you a better picture later, but if you check the grid, there's a little crosshairs there. I put the crosshairs on the same spot every time, so that's the lighthouse over there. And every time I take a photo, I put it there, and then I move on to the next one. So yeah, now I take another 2 steps, boom, boom, and put the crosshair on the lighthouse, next 2 steps. And then I just keep doing this all the way down the pier until I reach the end. And then I can take it and put it in Adobe Premiere and make a hyperlapse out of it, which you're going to see now. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is open Lightroom and hit import in the bottom left hand side of your screen. That is going to take you to your photos. Find your photos, all of them, make sure they're ticked. Hit import on the bottom right hand side of your screen. It's going to take you to your development window. There I like to use a nice preset for my photos. I use orange and teal. That's how I like it edited, but you can use anything. So after selecting the first photo, I scroll to the end of my photos and click the last one while holding shift, and then hit sync. This synchronizes all the photos together so they have the same edit on them. Make sure you do this. Once they all have loaded and are all the same, you're going to go up to file and hit export. Make sure you name it something that you can remember and put it somewhere where you can find afterwards. And then hit the export button, and we should move on to Premiere Pro shortly. So as you can see, you must go to File, New Project, and then drop down here, find something to name it that you can remember. So I'm going to go Hyperlapse, Kalk Bay. I'm going to hit OK. This should open up a new project right here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to import in the project window, and we're going to go to my desktop where I saved my footage, my photos. I'm going to find those. Here they are right here, and I'm going to hit the first one, just the first one, and hit options here for a Mac in the left corner. Then make sure you got image sequence. It's a little box you check there. It's going to import a little clip for you, already made hyperlapse. You can leave it here, but what I like to do is I like to go to my effects and put a warp stabilizer effect on my clip so that it is very smooth. So just type warp and it should pop up under distort there, warp stabilizer. Drag it, drop it on your clip, and then go to your effects controls to make some adjustments. As you can see, it's already loading there, it's already stabilizing. What I like to make sure is that it is on smooth motion. I take the smoothness down to 25 so it doesn't crop too much. I make sure it's on subspace warp, and then I make sure that the framing is on stabilize, crop, and auto scale. As you can see, it's stabilizing. It crops in a bit, but that's okay. Okay, watch, I'm going to play it for you now. It's done, but it's not playing correctly, so what you want to do is render it, put it in and then out, hit enter, and this will start rendering the clip for you. That shouldn't take too long. As you can see, it's really quick, 80, 90, 100%. There we go. Okay, I'm going to play it for you. from the beginning. Okay, so watch this. There we go. Alright, so another thing I like to do is add a bit of a whoosh sound. So that one didn't have it, but I like putting it in. This one here that I'm dragging onto the timeline, I just got offline. You can Google it. YouTube Audio Library has some. I found this one on some other free website. You see it's a bit too short for the clip, so I like to make it a little bit longer by slowing it down. So I'm going to try 45. You can see it's not quite long enough. I want to try it again, and I'm going to make it around maybe 25. See if that works better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So I'll just crop it off, and now I'm just going to play it for you, and you're going to hear that nice whoosh sound. Here we go. Alright, so the final thing to do is export this. So, what are we going to do? We're going to go up to File, drop down to Export, hit Media. This should bring up a exporting window right here. You're going to go to your format, and you're going to find H.264, and that is the format you want. Make sure you name it something you can remember. Just Hyperlapse Final is going to work for me right now. And then after you've named it, hit save, and make sure your preset is match source high bitrate. Then hit export, and it should export to your desktop nicely. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Remember to like and subscribe, and tune in next week for another great tutorial. See you then. Cheers.